back and thank you for watching. I'm going to talk through some autumn winter pieces today again, and it's going to be quite a fast paced video because I've got a lot that I want to show you. Lots of new items that I've acquired, which are almost all from the high street, and so I'm going to sort of split this into categories and then talk about items within each category and show you different ways that I would style each of them. You're going to see quite a few of the pieces styled lots of different ways. Like, I've only got 2 pairs of jeans in here, which are my 2 favourites at the moment, so they're going to be in it a lot. I've got belts, that's going to be in a lot of outfits, so it's not just going to be, you're not just going to see each item once for a lot of these looks. So let's get straight into it. Category 1, knitwear. So the first knit that I have is the one I've got on right now, which is from TOPSHOP. It's super skinny, super skinny, so skinny I might recommend sizing up, especially if you've got bigger boobs than me. I have pretty big boobs, so if you were like big chested, 100% you're going to need to size up in this because it's tight fitting, it's tight on the sleeves and everything, which does make it a really great layering piece. The thing that I really like about this is the ring pull zip. Such a good little extra detail to add onto your high neck knit. Looks great worn under stuff. As I've said, it's so skinny, it's going to be good for layering. But worn under things like shirts with jackets on over, really go for it with the layering. This little detail just seems to add so much into it. So yeah, you can also just wear it with something really simple like this. So I have on these jeans, which are from And Other Stories. These are the same as the light wash ones I have and have worn relentlessly for the months that I've had them. And these are the same style, they're just in a mid-wash. They fit exactly the same, true to size, are just as great. I really love these jeans. They're some of the best jeans you can get on the high street. And then I have them on with these boots, which are from TOPSHOP. They kind of remind me of my Jill Sander ones a little bit. I think they look way more expensive than they actually are. They're a black leather boot with a tortoiseshell heel that's really flat, which is what I like. And the heel, as you can see when it hits the light, is slightly transparent as well, which is kind of nice when you're out and about, walking around, because it's really going to catch the light as your foot moves when you walk. So yeah, these are fit true to size. One thing I would say is you're going to need to wear them with socks that are a bit higher than the boot because the front of it is a little rough and does cut into the front of your leg. So if you were after boots because you wanted to wear them with bare legs and a skirt, I wouldn't recommend these. But if you're going to wear them under your jeans or with tights or something, then these would definitely be great. So these are so easy to wear, so easy to style, as you're going to see in this video. So the second knit that I have is from And Other Stories. I absolutely love this jumper. It's super oversized, really warm, just amazing. I love the fit and everything. And the colour, that really oatmeal colour, which is just like the ultimate autumn and winter coziness. And I have it on with the And Other Stories jeans again. These are really great to tuck in oversized knits as well because they're a really nice tight fit over the hips and over the waist and everything. It kind of is a really flattering silhouette to then have a huge jumper just tucked in at the front. When it comes to tucking stuff in at the front, I literally tuck in as little material as possible. There's no real trick to it, just play around with it a little bit. And then I tend to fold under it round the back rather than have it sitting long like this over your bum, which I don't think is particularly flattering. But just fold it under a little bit like that. But yeah, tuck in as little material as possible because otherwise you're going to get a bit of a bulge under the waistband of your jeans. And then I have them on with my, hands down, my current favourite shoes. These are not high street, these are from CELINE. Bought them a few weeks ago. Those of you who watch my vlogs will have seen them already. And I have worn them so much ever since. They are so comfortable. They're a tan leather loafer. They go with everything. This kind of a colour palette I'm really into. This with camel, as you're going to see, I'm about to show you a camel coat as well. Just works really well. You guys know how much I wear loafers, so these have been the latest investment purchase that I've made, and I love them so much. And yeah, so that's it for knitwear. Next, let's move on to coats. And I'm going to stay with this outfit for a little while longer and then add on, as I said, a camel coat. Now this is from And Other Stories. I bought this last winter and they've done it again this winter, and it's one of the best coats I've ever had. It's a long line, not long line, just long camel coat, but the shade of camel is really nice. Camel can be such a hard shade to get right. I think it can look really cheap. And also when it's a light colour coat, this is what I found with trench coats, they show up creases really easily, so you don't want one with a low wool percentage where often it's going to crease when you sit down, and I just don't think it looks that good. This doesn't do that at all. It hangs beautifully, The colour's amazing, as I said. The fit of it's absolutely great. It just has the belt around the side. Sometimes if I'm wearing, like the Topshop turtleneck, I would cinch this in and actually do it up, but for the most part, I wear it undone because it's really easy to throw on. And the whole colour palette of this is just so easy to wear. Yeah, so coat number 1, And of the Stories, and oh yeah, and also the And of the Stories knit. You guys know how much I love And of the Stories. So guys, the next coat I have is from Topshop. There's also a wool coat. Wool coat's going to be my next testing basics, and this is going to be one of them. So I won't talk about this one too much. But it is kind of hideous in so many ways. The sleeves are too short. It's got this drop shoulder sleeve with a big puff hair, puff detailing on the shoulder. It's kind of awful. The colour is sort of awful as well, but I absolutely love it. It just all comes together to create something wonderful. And it has a big silver button, which I really, really like. The high street, I haven't noticed it as badly this year, but last winter definitely they just put those big popper buttons on everything. And I really, really, really don't like those big popper buttons. So whenever I see a nice actual button, I'm like, yes, this is perfect. Because this coat is such a statement, the shape of it's so interesting, the colour of it's quite different. I went with an all black base, which is something I'm going to do a lot over the winter. I'm really getting back into wearing all black again, but with some interesting outerwear. I'd love to find a really beautiful faux fur coat, like quite a long one that's massive, just to wear under quite slim fitting, just to wear over quite slim fitting all black outfit. So I have a t-shirt on here, just from Topshop, BDG Axel straight leg jeans in washed black. These are really great jeans as well on the high street. And then my beloved Roche's slip-on shoes, which you guys have seen lots of times before. For this coat, I wouldn't necessarily wear this one done up or tied like I did with the And of the Stories one, just because the shape's already quite fussy. I think adding the cinch in at the waist makes it a bit too fussy, whereas having it hang open is way more flattering for this one. So onto denim, and you've already seen the And of the Stories jeans styled, which are probably my current favourite pair, and I quickly mentioned the BDG Axel. I wear those all the time, they're a really great pair of jeans as well. I wanted to mention the Topshop style. I've had these for a month and a half now maybe, and I've worn them a lot, and they kind of represent something quite specific that I'm liking at the moment, which is a longer length straight leg jean. Normally for my straight leg jeans I go for something cropped where you can see the ankle. I personally don't struggle with having my ankles out when it gets really cold, but if you are someone that does, going for something longer is obviously a very sensible option. And I really, really, really like how they look. They're kind of hard to style because it's sort of unflattering and it's very androgynous. So I've been wearing it I've been wearing them lots of different ways because I do find them easy to wear day to day. But the two ways I want to show you today is one, really, really picking up on that androgyny, which is what this outfit is. They look great with really manly boots. These are my Church's Chelsea boots, which you guys know I absolutely love. And because the hemline of the jeans sort of sits over the very top of the boot, it is it completely reminds me of how my dad used to wear his Chelsea boots and his Levi's, straight Levi's. It's very, very masculine. I personally really, really, really like it. And then some tailoring as well. Tailoring is obviously masculine also, but when it's beautifully done, it's just so flattering. My Stella McCartney blazer needs no introduction, I wear it so often. And then the Topshop ring pull top again, just to show what a great piece this is to wear under all sorts of different outfits. So this look might be an acquired taste because it isn't necessarily flattering as such. I just think there's something so effortlessly cool about it. But yeah, you can also like wearing these with heels, which I'm going to show you now. So from something masculine to something insanely, insanely girly now with these jeans. But I wanted to show you how when you wear them with heels, it's such a completely different look. It's actually really leg lengthening and it's really, really flattering. I've got the one with this bright pink jumper from And of the Stories, which is just so insanely pink. I keep catching a look of it and go, oh my god, it's like fluorescent pink. But I really, really, really like it. It's kind of super tacky, but I just think it looks really good. And yeah, once again, I've tucked it in the same way as I did with the OATMEAL And of the Stories knit, just a little bit at the front. And sometimes this one's really long, so it's really going to want to do this. So when it's like that long at the back, I just tuck the back in a tiny bit as well and then fold it over so that it's going to stay in the way that I want it to. Stay tucked in and not fall down. And then I don't really wear heels that much anymore because when I go out in London, I always walk places, so I feel like I never can wear really high heels, but So my all-time favourite pair are these nude Louboutins, which I've had for 6 years maybe now, a long time, years. One of the first pairs of designer shoes I ever bought. But wearing a nude pump of some sort, or a pump, doesn't have to be nude necessarily, with jeans like this. I mean, I really like the nude colour with this sort of wash, so nude is a good option, but it's actually really flattering and really leg lengthening. So yeah, these Topshop jeans, I absolutely love them. And the next item that I wanted to mention, generally moving on from jeans, was belts, specifically this belt. I'm not hugely into the like Gucci belts or any belts with big branding on them. It's just a little bit too much for me. So I always look to the high street for belts, and this one's from Under the Stories. Now the only thing I'll say about this belt is it's actually really thick. So for instance, it doesn't fit through all of the loopholes of your jeans. It actually doesn't fit through the loopholes of the Under the Stories jeans, which is the most backwards logic because they're both from Under the Stories. But it does with my Levi's, it does with these Topshop ones, it does with the Axel BDG ones, just not the Under the Stories ones, which seems quite strange. But it's a really nice belt, really simple, love the silver buckle. I think silver or gold, both equally versatile, it depends which one you prefer when you're belt shopping. But with looks like this, it just kind of completes it and makes it even more flattering when you're wearing a really nice oversized knit, because it cinches you in even more here, so gives you a bit of a good silhouette going on. So I've been wearing this belt a lot recently, whenever I can. So the final category of things I'm going to talk about are cardigans. It's something I've been really into. I've got one from Under the Stories that you've seen me wear quite a few times now, and I have a couple more new ones. And just for me, it's going to be something that I think I'm going to wear a lot, so I wanted to talk about them a bit more. This is a cashmere one, which is from JIGSAW, and I wanted to mention this one because it's a much more like traditional style of cardigan, I guess. It's kind of is the sort of one that Marks and Spencer's always do. And when you see them online, you wouldn't necessarily ever think to look twice at them, but I think they're really cool when styled right. So it's just the one with the normal round crew neck, and they're often shown done up to the top like this. I think there's less options of ways to wear them. I've got another one here which I'm going to show you in a second. I wouldn't wear this one undone over a t-shirt. I would only wear it as I'm wearing it now, which is with quite a few buttons undone, which is kind of fun because it's a really like, I guess it's just not a sexy piece at all, is it? But it's sort of fun to make it feel a little bit sexy by wearing it undone, to wear it with loads of necklaces if that's your kind of a thing. But yeah, I wouldn't wear this one in as many different ways as I would an oversized one. This particular one is gorgeous though, it's the softest cashmere ever. And I've styled it with the Urban Outfitters jeans again in the washed black. I've got no issue with wearing black and navy, I do it all the time. The Under the Stories belt again, and then these bright red boots from Dune, which have been a firm favourite for a few months now. These are just such a good way to make an outfit feel 10 times more exciting. And then I think I would also add on the Under the Stories coat if I wanted to add another layer, which realistically I'm going to want to add another layer. It's been really cold. So yeah, that coat is just so versatile, and camel and red is always a really nice combination. But yeah, this cashmere jumper is just, it is so soft and lovely. Just quick apologies if during this video it's been getting lighter and darker. I keep having to change the brightness because the sun is in and out behind the clouds today. But yes, final item is another cardigan. This one is in a more similar style to the black Under the Stories one that I have and I've been wearing a lot. It's from Urban Outfitters. And again, it's that really nice oatmeal colour with the V-neck and the really big buttons. And you definitely can wear it like this, and also, which I'll show you in a second, undone over a white t-shirt. Or it doesn't have to be a white t-shirt, just over a t-shirt looks really cool as well. But for now I want to show you it done up, and with like lots of layers. I feel like I've gone for an equestrian vibe with this outfit. Got on the belt again, the Under the Stories belt. These are some black skinny jeans I've had for years from River Island, like forever and ever. And then my Dear Francis knee-high boots, which I'm obsessed with. You guys know how much I love the Spirit boots. These are like an identical style to the Spirit boots, but just knee-high. I'm wearing them a lot with skirts and bare legs, but also now with skinny jeans it gets even colder. And then another layer is my Under the Stories oversized wool blazer, which I really like. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit different. You could so easily just wear this exact look with the Under the Stories oatmeal knit that I showed you at the beginning, or any jumper, that just would work, but having the buttons kind of adds in another dimension to it, which I really like as well. And as I said, you can wear it undone over a t-shirt, which I'll show you now. So the final outfit now, I've just put on the cardigan with a white t-shirt from Brandy Melville, the same under the stories as before and the same Topshop boots as before. And what I like about this is it feels kind of thrown together, but just looks really effortless and really chic, but also feels really comfortable and cozy. And you could definitely add on another jacket over this as well. The sleeves on this are kind of big, like you need something oversized like the under the stories blazer I had on. You couldn't do a slim fitting blazer or anything like that. But as long as it's got a bit of room to it, you can easily wear a jacket over this. And just layer and layer and layer. They're a great layering piece, also comfortable. Also then when you get home, just sit and wear it around the house and then never take it off is kind of what I do with them. So yeah, this is the final outfit. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I know there's been a lot of outfits in here and lots of different pieces. Everything will be linked in the description box as always. Any requests you have for videos are always more than welcome. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.